Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of EETV, where we're trying to bring you everything in entertainment. I like Shinsu Man, episode 3. This is my analysis of it. A couple things I do have to say before we begin. I do notice how both Denji and Power are treated like pets. Denji is treated like the dog, and Power is treated like the cat. And it's funny because of her protruding horns, she looks like cat ears to me. Now, having only seen the anime, because I'm not going to get into the manga until after they finish the 12 episode anime. Having only seen the anime, I've noticed that, and I've also noticed anybody with the strange color eyes is someone that's otherworldly. I could see the young lady they're working with, Makima. She might be an angel because I noticed circles around her eyes, so that might be her halo. And I noticed Power's eyes have crosses. Denji's eyes are the way they were because he's a human devil hybrid. Those are some of the things that I've just noticed thus so far, having only seen the anime. So let's begin the analysis of episode 3 of Chainsaw Man. Episode 3 picks up where episode 2 left off, with the aftermath of after Power crushing the sea cucumber devil when she jumped off the building at the end of episode 2. Apparently there was a casualty because the person that was calling it in the telephone booth might have passed away, and these two are being reprimanded. Makima definitely seems to have a lot of power because Power is scared of her when she's being reprimanded. Afterwards, when told to distribute more teamwork, they go back to the vending machine, and Denji's just enjoying his life because this is something he wasn't able to do when he was working for the Yakuza, just being able to get a drink out of the vending machine. And we get a little closer look on what Power's past might have been. We can see that she has a great rapport with felines. And we get a little bit of backstory as to why, because she used to own a cat, and she knows where that cat is. So her and Denji are going to get her cat. She knows where the devil is who is keeping her cat hostage, so they're going to get it. And they learn a little bit more about each other. And then in the rest of the episode, we got to see Makima go visit the council, and they specifically told her not to get attached to anybody and just get these people ready for battle, being Denji and Power. And she says that Denji has a lot of promise and that she knows that he's going to work out and there should be nothing to worry about. So when we get to the rest of the episode, we see that Power and Denji have arrived at the place where Power says her cat is being held hostage by the devil. They get there, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and it gives some creepy vibes there. But Denji senses that something is off when he knew that she said something that misspoke, knowing that the devil was going to know that she was going to be close holding her cat hostage, and he noticed that. So she knocks him out. She drags him into the house. And then we get a little bit more about what's going on here. And I like that shot showing him being dragged into the house. And we see that the devil that's holding her cat hostage is a bat devil. And of course he's going to regenerate his power by drinking Denji's blood. And the bat devil, I noticed I liked how he just said everybody's blood tasted nasty. He didn't like Denji's, partially because he's a hybrid. That's probably why. He prefers, women and children's blood, and he's going out to do so after being healed from Denji's blood. And by the way, he didn't give Power her cat back and swallows her as well, and now the bat demon is off to get some real blood. So when the rest of the episode goes on, Denji goes Chainsaw Man mode by pulling the ripcord, and the fight ensues in the air at first. And then what happens is my list of human casualty close calls. The librarian here miraculously gets away without being killed. After the other man was killed at the end of episode 2. But the librarian gets away, and she's not killed here. Lucky thing for Denji. When the fight goes onto the streets of the city, none of those individuals we saw running away, they didn't get killed at all. And they just go out and have an all-out slugfest in it, which I enjoyed the animation here and seeing what kind of attacks Denji was going to use. You know, seeing this is only the second time we've seen him use his Chainsaw Man form, and he's really doing well. We can see that he has enhanced durability, and we also learned that drinking blood also revitalizes him when he is damaged. This is human close call casualty number 2 and 3 with this grandfather and his grandson. They get away. Him being able, and we also see that Denji has increased strength and able to retract the chainsaws. And we see him easily picking up the car and throwing it right back at the Bat Devil, showing his increased strength. And I like how the Bat Devil comes back with his echolocation cannon. That's what I call it, attack, a pure sound attack. And it must be his trump card, because look at all that destruction that takes place during that. And then Denji, and then you can see the man that was inside the car that was thrown. That was human casualty number 4. He makes it out all right. Denji's able to survive that attack and is extremely pissed off. And this is the part of the episode that I did have kind of the trope about. After the Bat Devil drops human close call casualty number 4, right? And he proceeds to get his Bat Devil behind handed to himself by Denji. We get the common trope that we've seen in a lot of anime, which is when the antagonist gives his trump card attack and that attack fails, and they're like, no way, he survived that? And then he got all scared, dropped the human close call casualty number 4, and he was shaking in his boots, and he was scared so much that he just dropped him, and guy was able just to fall to the ground and get away. And then it's like they're so scared that they forget how to attack. And then they start picking up at random stuff that's around and getting desperate and throwing random stuff at the protagonist, which in case was a piece of asphalt just laying on the ground, and the Bat Devil threw it at him because he was so scared that Denji was able to survive his echolocation cannon attack. And then, of course, you know, Denji gives up the business, and the episode ends right there. Almost like the end of the video game. Cue the Slayer music, because it's raining blood. I like that, but I didn't like that cliche moment at the end that I just described. But someone who has never read the manga, which I am going to read the manga after they finish all 12 episodes and then do a deep dive analysis of this whole series. But someone that has not read the manga yet, and we're in episode 3 so far so good. You know, I've seen a couple cliches here and there, but since I am a big fan of horror, this is keeping me interested so far. So I'm looking forward to see if they're going to explore a little bit more of the lore within the anime, and I want to see how far they take it, and then I'll just pick it up right where they leave it off after episode 12 and jump right into the manga and go through from there. Well, thank you for joining me in this analysis of Chainsaw Man episode 3. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel like it. I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.